I make music because it makes me happy. I like telling my story and I like giving people the opportunity to listen. And when I think about me listening to music, I'm constantly relating and it's it's like the background of my life, you know, and I want to be the background to someone's life. Like I think I could be that. There was no snow in the air. Well, I think that our sound is different than most. It's a little bit, it's got folky lyrics with jazzy sound. It's fun, you know, and they're lyrics that tell a story. I think that my music is unique, but like my story is a lot of people's stories. And it's just how do you use the tools that you're given and the people you're given and the network you're given to drive you forward, you know, and that's what changes for people. Like being a struggling 20-something artist is, you know, there's a lot of us. I think it's a time for experimenting and figuring out what you want to do with your life. Like this isn't how it used to be, and we don't all have set paths anymore. And I'm saying that like we're in Divergent. But it's a time of growth in any form of your 20s, no matter what you're doing. And I think it's important that you stretch that muscle of courage and growth while you're in your 20s. It's going to last you a long time. That I'm scared a lot, but that doesn't stop me. And I think that's more what courage is, you know, just going against that feeling of I'm going to die, but you're not going to. The more I'm in this industry, the more I realize that persistence is the only thing that makes you stand out from other people. Like, you could be the best musician in the world, but if you aren't persistent and you don't follow up with people and you're not constantly performing and making new plans and, you know, just being persistent with venues and festivals and everything, you're not going to go anywhere. Especially now. Like, nobody's just going to walk up to you and pick you out somewhere and be like, you are the musician I'm looking for. That doesn't happen as much anymore, if it ever did. So when I first decided I wanted to do this again, I was extremely nervous, so I started going to open mics down in the village. So I went to Vagabond Cafe, which is no longer there, Cafe Vivaldi, Path Cafe. Just that group of people is amazing. They're so inspiring. They're so helpful. Everybody wants to support you. Nobody's going to let you show up and fail. Like, you'll never feel like you're failing in that community. And they help you reach the next level. So you're doing well, they're like, let's book a show at Cafe Vivaldi. Or here's the venues that I went to first. So it's just nice to have a huge group of people to help get started with. Work with people you think you're not good enough to work with. Because they're only going to make you better and you're going to rise to their level. Like, you're never going to want to disappoint those people. Being surrounded by people who are far better musicians than me has made me so much better. I think that New York in general is such a transient place, and so many people from so many different places all the time. Everybody's looking for a community in New York. So people make them. I think that New York is one of the best communities in the world. I think the biggest thing on this journey has been the lesson of support and what it means to people. And without a doubt, I have become so much more supportive of my friends and strangers. Like, people have supported me, and like, why would I not go support them? I think before I was so worried about what other people thought, and just so worried that I was going to let myself down and, in a weird way, let everyone who thought I could do it down. But that's just silly. Like, maybe I won't be successful in the way that I had planned when I was a little girl. But that isn't stopping me from already being a success. I think that I'm successful now. Like, I'm successful in the way that I'm doing what I want, And I may not be making a lot of money at it, but I'm doing it, you know? And I'm just going to become more successful as I keep doing it. And I think that people judge themselves too harshly on, you know, if I'm not successful, if I don't meet this marker by this time. But your goals have to be flexible, and you have to change as
In New York,
as they go.